Good evening. I'm Steve Majiri. Coming up in the newscast, we have more information about previous armed robberies, and unlike some rumors that have been spread, KU does not have the highest STD rates.
And I'm Haley Bianca with an update on KU softball, women's track and field, and football. We also have Emily Roman with the weather. Newsbreak begins now. I'm supposed to move now?
Today we have more information regarding the armed robbers arrested on campus. Shahad Smith, the man arrested after the Dietrich armed robbery, is in Berks County Prison in lieu of a $200,000 bail while he awaits his trial scheduled on May 2nd. Khalil Smith, Shahad's half-brother, was also arrested the same day regarding an armed robbery occurring last March. Was arrested in the borough of Kutztown and is also awaiting trial after having a preliminary hearing. We'll be sure to keep you posted as the case moves forward. Also, if you have any information regarding the crimes committed in Kutztown, please let public safety know to ensure that Kutztown stays as safe as possible. Next Tuesday, the 35th annual Bear Fest kicks off in what is KU's oldest traditions. Alumni, community, and friends are all invited to celebrate the Bear Fest Carnival on Saturday, May 4th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the DMZ. But before that happens, you can get your Bear Fest on with activities from Tuesday through Friday, including events such as the Kickoff Picnic Dinner featuring DJ Black Rabbit, the Caveman Crawl, Bear Fest Casino Night, Human Bowling, and the infamous Pudding Slides. These are only a few of the events, so Bear Fest 35 is something KU students do not want to miss. Now over to Haley with the Hollywood Minute.
Thanks, Steve. Well, today I have a situation to report. Mike the Situation Sorrentino from Jersey Shore has reportedly started shooting his own reality show. Sources say the show revolves around the situation and his friends. The production is being shot in a house he is renting, which is right next to the location where Snooki and JWoww taped their spin-off reality show. And another reality star who we all love to hate is Teen Mom's Janelle Evans. Recently, she was arrested in North Carolina for the possession of a lot of heroin, 12 bindles of heroin to be exact. She is also being accused of attacking her husband. She can add these recent crimes to her already full resume of marijuana and opiate usage. That's all the reality star news I have for you today. Until next time, I'm Haley Bianco. Now, back to you at the desk.
Oh, those celebrities and their drugs. We'll be back to you guys after this.
What's that? Oh.
Grab the chief. And remember, being outside the lines only gets you the scores.
But here between the lines, we get you in the locker room.
We'll do
Don't
that.
take my line.
Do that.
Don't
Nudge
take
me.
it.
Nudge me to remember. Be sure to tune in on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 7 and Fridays at noon. And remember, being outside the lines only gets you the scores.
But here between the lines, we get you in the locker room.
Well, Haley, it was beautiful out today.
Oh, it was so nice, and it was so nice out yesterday. I hope it continues.
Hopefully. Let's see if our weather woman, Emily Roman, knows any more about that. Emily?
Thanks, guys, and happy April 25th. And for those of you who've seen Miss Congeniality, you'll know today is the perfect date because it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and all you need is a light jacket. So hopefully tomorrow is going to be the same way, a high of 63 and just a low of 39, but all sun. Let's check out our 5-day forecast. Saturday, all sun, a high of 68 and just a low of 45. Sunday, a little cloudy, high of 68, a low of 46. Monday, partly cloudy, high of 64 and just a low of 46. And Tuesday, a high of 67 and a low of 47. And then Wednesday, no sun, but it's still going to be nice and warm with a high of 70 and a low of 48. So, thanks. Back to you guys at the desk.
Very clever, Emily. Very clever. Today on the Sub Lawn, the Brothers of Kappa Sigma held their annual Shave to Save fundraiser. This fundraiser is in support of cancer research. Their goal is to raise $10,000 for cancer. There were lots of people getting their hair cut and donating to this wonderful cause. It is nice to see such a nice group of young men raising money for something that is much bigger than themselves. There was once a rumor floating around that Kutztown had the highest STD rate out of all 14 state schools. But after looking a little deeper, it seems that that rumor is not true. It all started in the 90s when KU was the only school to fill out a form getting ratios of STD within the PASHE system. When none of the other schools obliged, it made Kutztown look like it had the highest, when in reality, they were the only ones who filled out the survey. Now all of the state schools have obliged, and KU is on the low end of the spectrum, having only 3 cases of chlamydia and 1 case of gonorrhea, where schools like IUP are on the high side, having 52 cases of chlamydia and 8 cases of gonorrhea. Looks like KU doesn't really have a high STD rate. The latest facts on STD within the PASHE system can be found online. And if you're curious to know your own status, the Health Center right here at KU does anonymous testing for you. Tomorrow is the long-awaited day for the Battle of the Bands. Come show your support for all these local bands. Now here is more information about the Battle of the Bands.
As you gaze across the DMZ here at Kutztown University, some of the most common sights you'll see are students huddled together, walking to and from their dorm halls, and those enjoying leisure time. However, this coming spring, these grassy grounds will resemble that of a mini Woodstock as Kutztown University Radio presents the Battle of the Bands. We sat down with KUR student president Alan Schultz to find out how the idea for this came about.
I was training to be a new DJ here at KUR, and we staged a Battle of the Bands event on the DMZ that year. It was a big success. We had a bunch of bands come out and play. We had a bunch of people come out on the DMZ and see it. It was probably the single most fun thing I've done in my entire 4.5 years here. We got a class from the Electronic Media Department planning to broadcast it live over KU TV. So it's going to have a much, much larger audience, and also we're going to see if we can potentially broadcast it live over the actual radio station. We've got well over 60 people currently enrolled in the club. We've got a huge crew, and they're all working very hard, getting great ideas to get this thing off the ground and make it happen, and it's just going so much better than I could have imagined.
April 26th is sure to be a date that will go down in Kutztown history.
This weekend, the Sub movie series is proud to present the movie everyone's been talking about. That's right, this weekend KU would take you to the Dirty South with Quentin Tarantino's blockbuster, Django Unchained. The D is silent. The movie will be showing this Thursdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays at 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. and is free of charge to the public. That was a great movie. I love it.
Really, I didn't see it. But you know something I'm excited for is Battle of the Bands tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Will you be there?
Check my nap schedule.
Well, I'll be there because KUTV is broadcasting it, so make sure you check it out. And stay tuned for sports right after this. The Kutztown University softball team was ranked 10th in this week's NCAA Atlantic Regional Rankings, released on Wednesday afternoon. The Golden Bears slid 1 spot from last week's initial poll and went 1 for 3 in the last 7 days. They only have 2 games left in their regular season that are scheduled so far. Kutztown needs to split its final games of the season at East Stroudsburg on Friday, April 26th, and needs Millersville to drop 1 of its final 4 games to lock up the 3rd spot, since they are currently 3rd in the PSAC Eastern Division. They return to action this Friday when they travel to East Stroudsburg for a doubleheader slated to begin at 2:30 p.m. And it's about that time of year where the Kutztown University football team gets ready to take the field for the annual Maroon and Gold Spring football game. The game is to be held on Saturday, April 27th at University Field beginning at 1 p.m. First-year head coach Drew Fulmer has worked his way through a super productive spring camp and is ready to see how this team works on the sidelines this Saturday at the spring game. This game culminates the productive spring practice season. The Golden Bears have made great progress on both sides of the ball and are on special teams. Saturday marks one final opportunity for the coaching staff to evaluate them before training camp in August. We've had a great start to our spring practices, and there's been a lot of positive energy, says Fulmer. Everyone should attend the spring game and support your Golden Bears. The Kutztown University women's track and field team will participate at the Penn Relays, which begin today, Thursday, April 25th through the 26th. It is taking place in Philadelphia and is to be hosted by the University of Pennsylvania. Teams from all over the world will be attending to compete in the annual competition. Teams outside of the USA include Puerto Rico, Ontario, Bahamas, Barbados, Grenada, and many more. Kutztown University is to be represented by 10 very talented athletes in 6 separate events. The girls who are competing are Katie Cantagna, Malika White, Kimberly Richardson, Yvonne Dangerfield, Stephanie and Maria Boardlin, Iris Birch, Rachel Eshelman, April Doyle, and Rosaline Farrell. Good luck today, and tomorrow, ladies, you'll do great.
That's all the news we have for you tonight. We'll see you again Tuesday.
For Steve, Emily, and the rest of the crew,
Good night.